Hey guys, so it's been about 2 weeks since I uploaded. I've just been really busy with schoolwork and exams and loads of stuff that really isn't fun, but hey, summer's coming up, so I'll definitely be able to upload more. And my Wi-Fi's been bugging out, and you know how hard it is to find a Wi-Fi battle in the first place, but I mean, it takes me sometimes like going through 15 people just to find a good battle, and you know, then there's always the chance of internet DCing, them disconnecting, my internet DCing. I don't know what's been up with my internet lately. It's been so whacked up, so that's kind of also, I haven't really been motivated to upload, but now that I realized, hey, PO's here, I figured, yeah, I would upload it. Also, it's kind of late at night, and I'm trying to be considerate because, I don't know, that's just who I am, so sorry if I'm a little bit quiet, but anyways, yay, team preview, something I don't usually do, but I decided to do it. So basically, I'm going to be using my rain team that I'm probably going to use quite a lot. It's a pretty fun team to use. It does have its weaknesses. For instance, Calm Mind Jirachi is very annoying to deal with, but I can work around it. And my opponent's going to be using a weatherless team. I don't really like the term clear skies. It's kind of a relic from the beginning of Black and White when weatherless was actually good. But anyways, let's just see how this battle turns out. So I'm going to lead off with my Politoed to get up the rain. Since my opponent doesn't have any weather, I won't have to worry about any weather wars. And I'm going to switch into my Ferrothorn, predicting the Volt Switch, as he's going to bring in his Terrakion. And Terrakion is a big threat to this team. It's actually a big threat to most teams, but so this guy's going to pull a double switch as I go into my Starmie. He probably predicted that. Starmie's like my only switch into Terrakion, and Scissor's the Pokemon that can revenge it. So I'm going to be forced out into my Ferrothorn again as he's going to go for the Volt Switch, and he's going to send in his Terrakion. And I'm going to switch out again to my Starmie because I do not want to take a close combat as he's going to go for that. And he doesn't bring me down to half, and I don't see any items, so I'm figuring this thing is Choice Scarf. So he's going to switch out as I go for the Surf. There's no reason to over-predict there, because if I did over-predict, I would have lost my Starmie in case he did stay in. Now, I was kind of banking on the fact that this thing wasn't Scarf, because I really didn't have much of a switch in, but, it's all good. So he brings in his Heatran on a Starmie, which tells me this thing is obviously Scarf, because why would you bring in a Heatran on a Starmie? So I brought in my Rotom Wash, and now I can just spam the Hydro Pump because the rain is up, and it will be doing a massive amount of damage to anything that he sends in. So, because I am the Chesto Rest set, I will be able to go for the Will-O-Wisp and burn this Jirachi, as he's going to go for the Body Slam and get that Paralyze. It's not good for me, but it's not that bad. So he's going to go for the Stealth Rock, and I'm going to be able to Volt Switch out of here, and I'm going to be able to bring in my Starmie here, because I need to Rapid Spin away these hazards for my Tornadus later on, since it really doesn't like taking those hits. So I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin, as he's going to go for the Body Slam, and he's going to be able to take me out, but that's no big deal at all. The point is, I got rid of those hazards, and that's all that really matters. So now I'm going to send in my Tornadus, and I can just take this thing out with a Hurricane. The critical hit, of course, did not matter, because its specs very strong. It's kind of my only rain abuser, actually. So here he's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice, I believe, unless it's like Hidden Power Steel, but that's not right. So he's going to switch out into a Scizor. I guess that was his only good switch, but even Scizor doesn't like taking a Scald, and I'm like, okay, I can take it out here, but he actually turns out to be Scarfed as well, unless he's randomly running more speed EVs. I don't understand. Brings in a Skarmory. He does get burned by the Scald. That's all good for me. And now I'm going to be able to 2-hit KO this thing. He is going to be able to get up layer spikes on me, but it doesn't really matter too much. I still have Rotom, my Tornadus, and some other Pokemon that aren't really affected by it. So now he's going to be able to bring in this Terrakion. I want to go for the Protect just so I could live a close combat, but he goes for the Swords Dance, and I was like, crud, this is the Rock Gem combo set. So now he's going to be able to take me out with the close combat. I doubt that crit mattered, even if I was physically defensive. Terrakion is just too powerful. So I'm going to send in my Scizor here, and I do not want to go for the U-turn. I need to take out this thing right now, so I'm forced to go for the Bullet Punch, and he can just send in his Heatran, so that kind of sucks. So he's going to pull a double switch and go back into his Terrakion as I go into my Rotom Wash, and I am paralyzed. So here, I am going to go for the Hydro Pump, but not really, because I get paralyzed, and that's really unfortunate, because his Terrakion is currently wrecking my team. But as I saw, this thing is Rock Gem, so that means he's not Scarfed, and that means I can just send in my Tornadus and take him out with that Hurricane outspeed, because I have 352 speed and Terrakion only has 346 at max, so forget what the base power is, but no big deal. He goes for the Fire Blast because he can't go for the Hidden Power Ice right now. If he goes for the Hidden Power Ice, I can just send in one of my other Pokemon to take it. For instance, Scizor, so he really did not want to do that. So now he's going to send in his Heatran, and he's going to be forced to go for the Fire Blast, but because of rain, it's not going to be able to take me out, and I'll be able to finish him off with a Hurricane. So that's good game, Magnawolf. It came very close. If I would have lost my Tornadus to a crit right there, it still wouldn't have been over though, because I did have my Ferrothorn left at a very high amount of HP, and it could have taken a hit and gone for the Bulldoze, because I do carry the Bulldoze and Oko the Heatran anyway, so even if he did get a crit, it didn't matter. So yeah, definitely hope to post a lot more battles in the future. I hope I can somehow get some Wi-Fi, but for now it'll definitely be some PO, because it's easier to find battles on PO, there's better battles on PO, and just in general, not really much I can say, but yeah, the battles on PO are better, and it's not like even if it DCs, hey, you know, it's extra laddering points, so it doesn't make that much of a difference, but yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, expect a new battle this week, definitely. I'll try to upload at least 4 times a week, and the screen went black, so that means it's time for me to go to bed, because I got school tomorrow, I think. I'm already too tired. See you guys later.